The sun rises over Umoja, a vibrant village nestled in a valley where baobabs tower and the air hums with the chatter of weaver birds, their nests dangling like ornaments. Mud huts, adorned with cowrie shells, circle a bustling square where women pound millet and griots strum chorus, weaving tales of ancestors. A river, glinting like polished bronze, winds nearby, its whispers hinting at destinies unspoken. In this lively heart, a young woman named Amara faces a decree that threatens her dreams, her spirit as fierce as the valley's storms. If you think you can follow her journey without a cheer or a tear, you probably won't survive this. So, before you get comfortable, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you genuinely enjoy what I do here. Drop a comment with your location and local time. I'd love to know where you're listening as we dive into this African folktale. Umoja thrives on tradition, its fields lush with yams, its people bound by elders' laws, their voices as firm as the baobab's roots. Amara, barely 19, is known for her strength. Her hands weave baskets sold at market. Her laughter lifts children. Her eyes dream of a life beyond the valley. Orphaned young, she lives with her uncle, Elder Taro, a stern man whose word shapes Umoja's counsel. Her woven headscarf, bright with indigo, dances as she works, her spirit unbroken despite Taro's plans. This morning, the square buzzes traders barter. Griots sing, but Amara's heart sinks as Taro summons her, his staff tapping, his decree final. "You'll marry Kael," Taro says, his voice low, the council nodding under a shade tree. Kael, a quiet man, crippled since childhood, walks with a cane, his legs weak, his life a mystery to Amara. She knows him only as the one who sits by the river, carving wood, his hands steady despite his limp. He's no warrior. She protests, her voice sharp, her dreams of a strong partner crumbling, her baskets trembling in her grip. Taro's eyes harden, citing tradition, a debt to Kael's family, who gifted land to Umoja, demands this bond. "It's for the village," he says, his staff pointing. The council's murmurs a cage around Amara's heart. Amara storms to the river, her headscarf slipping, her anger afire. She recalls Kael's shadow by the water, his cane tapping, his silence a puzzle. Umoja's women, weaving nearby, whisper pity. Poor Amara, tied to a broken man, their words a sting. She kneels, the river's hum calming her, her reflection fierce but trapped. Her friend, Lila, a potter with clay-stained hands, joins her, offering a gourd of water. "Kael's kind," Lila says, her voice soft, but Amara scoffs, her defiance raw, her heart blind to Kael's worth. The elders decree a chain she longs to break. By dusk, Umoja prepares for the betrothal, drums thumping, cowries exchanged, griots singing of unions. Amara, in her hut, braids her hair, her fingers shaking, Taro's words echoing marriage. Tomorrow, no choice. She thinks of her mother's tales, of women who defied fate, her spirit stirring, but the village's weight, its traditions, presses hard. Kael, unseen, carves by his hut, his cane aside, his hands crafting a gift, his heart heavy with Amara's anger, his own dreams hidden. The river hums, the baobabs watch, and Amara, facing a forced bond, feels a spark defiance. Yes, but also a whisper of fate, as Umoja's decree sets her on a path where Kael's unseen strength will challenge her heart. The dawn paints Umoja's valley in soft golds. The rivers hum a quiet pulse as Amara stands outside her hut, her indigo headscarf tight, her woven baskets stacked, her heart heavy with Taro's decree. Remember that forced marriage to Kael, The man with the cane. The village stirs. Drums echoing from last night's betrothal feast. Cowries still scattered in the square. Amara's defiance burns. Her dreams of a warrior's love clashing with the reality of Kael, whose limp and quiet ways she scorns, blind to his hidden strength. Today, she meets her betrothed, her resentment afire, but Kael's steady gaze and unspoken wisdom begin to crack her walls, setting Umoja's whispers of pity against a bond she cannot yet see. Amara walks to the river, where Kael waits, as Taro arranged, his cane planted in the dirt, his carved wooden figures birds, antelopes lined on a cloth. He's older, perhaps 25. His face weathered but kind, his eyes deep, like the river at dusk. "Amara," he says, his voice low, steady, not pleading, despite the village's pity for his legs. She nods, her arms crossed, her basket's a shield, her voice sharp. "I didn't choose this," she says, her anger raw, the memory of Taro's staff pointing a wound. Kael meets her gaze, unflinching, his hand still, a carved egret in his palm. "Nor I," he says, "but we're here." The riverbank hums women wash cloth, children splash. Lila's pottery wheel spins nearby. Amara, restless, paces, her headscarf slipping, her eyes on Kael's cane, his limp a mark of weakness in her mind. "What can you offer?" she asks, her tone biting, thinking of Umoja's warriors, their spears gleaming. Kael, unperturbed, offers the egret, its wings delicate, carved with care, time, he says, and truth. Amara scoffs, tossing her hair, but takes the carving, its wood warm, a flicker of curiosity stirring his hands. Crippled in step, are steady, skilled, a puzzle against her resentment. Leela, watching, joins them, her clay-stained hands gentle. "Kael fixed my wheel once," she says, her smile warm, nudging Amara's heart. Amara, clutching the egret, feels the village's eyes traders whisper, "Poor Amara," tied to him, their pity a weight. Kael, sensing her tension, points to the river, his voice calm. "It flows, despite rocks," he says, his words simple but heavy, like griots' tales. Amara, stirred, recalls her mother's stories of strength in quiet places, but her defiance holds, her heart blind to Kael's depth, the egret a spark she ignores, her baskets a wall against Umoja's decree. Taro, passing, his staff tapping, checks the meeting, his eyes stern. "Respect tradition," he says, his voice a command. The council's debt to Kael's family a chain. Amara glares, her spirit fierce, but Kael nods, his cane steady, his silence a strength Taro respects. The elder leaves, and Kael offers Amara a gourd of water. His hand scarred, but sure, "We start small," he says, his eyes kind, not weak, a glimpse of wisdom Amara misses, her resentment afire the river's hum cannot douse. She drinks, her throat tight, the egret in her basket, a gift she cannot yet value. As noon blazes, Amara returns to her hut, the village bustling griots strum, women weave, the wedding looms tomorrow. She studies the egret, its wings a whisper of Kael's skill, her anger softening. A crack in her wall, Lila, visiting, shares a tale of Kael aiding a trader's cart, his limp no barrier, his heart wide. "He sees you," Lila says, her potter's hands firm, but Amara, headscarf tight, clings to her scorn, her dreams of a warrior's love a shield against Kael's quiet strength. The river hums, the baobabs watch, and Amara, facing a forced bond, feels a shift resentment. Yes, but a spark of wonder, as Kael's hidden depths challenge her heart, setting Umoja's pity against a fate she cannot yet embrace. The sun climbs high over Umoja, its golden rays warming the village square where drums thump and cowrie shells gleam, signaling Amara's wedding day. The forced union with Kael remember that egret carving, a glimpse of his steady hands Amara, in a woven gown dyed crimson, her indigo headscarf vibrant, stands rigid, her basket stored, her resentment a smoldering ember despite Kael's calm words by the river. Kael, in a simple tunic, his cane carved with spirals, waits under a baobab, his eyes kind, his limp a mark Umoja pities. The village gathers, griots singing of bonds. But the tense union, sealed by Taro's decree, reveals Kael's quiet wisdom, stirring Amara's heart as Umoja's traditions clash with her defiance, setting a path where love might bloom. The square buzzes, women weave garlands, men roast yams, children chase guinea fowl, their laughter sharp against Amara's frown. Elder Taro, his staff raised, leads the rite, his voice firm. This bond honors Umoja's debt, his eyes on Amara, demanding obedience. She glares, her hands clenched. The egret carving tucked in her gown await, its craftsmanship a puzzle she resists. Kael, beside her, stands tall despite his cane, his presence steady, his silence not weakness but a griot's pause. "We'll find our way," he whispers, his voice low, like the river's hum, a promise Amara hears but scorns, her dreams of a warrior's strength a wall. The ceremony unfolds. Cowries exchanged, a kora strumming, Lila tossing petals, her potter's smile warm but cautious. Amara, bound by tradition, takes Kael's hand, his scars rough, his grip sure, a flicker of his riverbank wisdom sparking time and truth. He said. She pulls back, her headscarf slipping. Umoja's whispers. Poor Amara, tied to a cripple a sting. Taro, circling, pours water over their joined hands, sealing the bond, his staff tapping, for Umoja's heart. Kael, unflinching, offers Amara a carved bracelet, its beads delicate, his eyes deep, a gift she accepts, her resentment cracking, the bracelet's weight a question against her defiance. The feast begins, drums pulsing, yams and fish shared, griots singing of unions that mend villages. Amara, seated by Kael, eats little, her gaze on the river, its hum a faint comfort, her mother's tales of fate echoing. Kael, carving a spoon during the meal, his hands swift, draws eyes. Lila claps, a trader nods, his skill a quiet defiance of pity. "For our home," he says, offering the spoon, his voice soft, his wisdom a light Amara sees but resists, her heart torn between scorn and wonder, the egret and bracelet whispering of his depth. Umoja watches, some elders frowning, their pity for Kael a shadow, others noting his steady gaze, a strength beyond his limp. Lila, serving stew, leans close, her clay-stained hands gentle. "He's more than his cane," she whispers, her words a nudge, like her riverbank tale of Kael's kindness. Amara, clutching the spoon, feels the village's weight, Taro's decree, the council's debt, her lost dreams, but Kael's calm, his carving a rhythm, stirs Herser, a child. Bold, asks Kael for a toy, and he carves a fish, his laugh warm, his limp forgotten in the moment. Amara's eyes softening, a crack in her wall. The griots, strumming, weave their bond into songs, a tale of forced vows. Yet Kael's wisdom, like the river's flow, hints at a love Amara cannot yet embrace. As dusk falls, the couple moves to Kael's hut, small but sturdy, its walls lined with carvings, birds, trees, stars, each a piece of his soul. Amara, headscarf loose, stands stiff, her baskets unpacked, her resentment a shadow in the lamplight. Kael, setting his cane aside, lights a fire, his movements sure, his voice gentle. "We build slow," he says, echoing his riverbank promise, his eyes kind, not weak, a wisdom Amara feels but fights, her heart caught between Umoja's pity and the spark of his gifts. The river hums, the baobabs watch, and Amara, bound by a tense union, senses a shift, defiance. Yes, but a whisper of respect, as Kael's quiet strength challenges her to see beyond his cane, toward a love Umoja's songs may yet celebrate. The morning light filters through Umoja's baobabs, casting dappled shadows on Kael's hut, where Amara wakes, her crimson wedding gown folded, the carved bracelet remember that delicate gift from the ceremony glinting on her wrist. The river hums beyond, its rhythm a faint echo of Kael's calm words. We build slow, now tested as the couple navigates their new life, Amara's resentment lingering like dust in her baskets. Kael, his cane tapping, tends a fire, his limp a constant in Umoja's eyes. Yet his steady hands hint at strength Amara struggles to see. The village watches, their pity sharp, some whispering scorn, but daily challenges cooking, fetching water, facing gossip forge a mutual respect, as Amara and Kael, bound by a tense union, find fragile threads of unity under Umoja's judgmental gaze. Amara, headscarf tight, carries a gourd to the river, her steps heavy. The bracelet a reminder of vows she didn't choose. Kael follows, his cane slow but sure, offering to share the load, his voice gentle, like the griot's kora at their wedding. "I'm fine," she snaps, her resentment flaring. The memory of Umoja's poor Amara taunts a wound. Yet Kael persists, his scarred hand steadying the gourd, his limp no barrier, a quiet strength stirring Amara's notice, like the egret carving's craftsmanship. The riverbank hums women whisper. She deserves better. Their pity a blade. But Lila, washing clay, nods at Kael, her potter's eyes kind, urging Amara to look deeper. Back at the hut, Amara kneads millet, her hands swift, while Kael carves a stool, his knife precise, his carvings birds, vines lining the walls, a silent skill Umoja overlooks. The stool, sturdy despite his weak legs, surprises Amara, her fingers tracing its curves, the bracelet clinking, a spark of respect breaking through her scorn. "You made this?" she asks, her voice softer, the spoon from the feast another of his gifts in her mind. Kael nods, his eyes deep. "For us," he says, his wisdom a river's flow, not a warrior's spear, challenging her dreams. Umoja's scorn, though, echoes traders pass, muttering, a cripple's wife, their words a test of her patience. The village square, bustling with market stalls, brings new struggles. Amara, selling baskets. Faces whispers, Kael drags her down. A weaver says, her cowries jingling. Kael, nearby, trades a carved bowl, his limp drawing stares, but a trader, impressed, buys it, his praise rare. Amara, watching, feels a pang her baskets sell, but Kael's craft earns respect, his quiet endurance a contrast to her fiery defiance. Leela, buying a basket, whispers, "He carries more than you see." her words a callback to the riverbank, stirring Amara's heart. The bracelet a weight of growing regard, her resentment thinning like morning mist. Evening brings shared tasks. Amara fetches wood. Kael tends the fire, their movements a clumsy dance. Umoja's eyes ever present. A child, bold, mocks Kael's cane, and Amara, protective, snaps. He's stronger than you, her voice fierce, surprising herself, the egret's warmth in her memory. Kael, smiling, carves the child a toy, his kindness disarming. His wisdom a light Amara begins to see. Like the river's flow he spoke of, the village, though, remains split, Elder Taro, visiting, nods at their hut. You honor tradition, but others, like the weaver, scoff, their scorn a hurdle. Amara's respect for Kael a fragile bridge against Umoja's doubt. As night falls, Amara sits by the fire, the bracelet glinting. Kael carving beside her, his cane aside, his hands a rhythm of skill. "Why do you try so hard?" she asks, her voice low, her heart torn between resentment and wonder, the stool's strength in her mind. Kael, pausing, meets her gaze, his eyes river deep. "For you, for us," he says, his words a vow, like the wedding's water rite, his wisdom a spark Amara cannot ignore. The river hums, the baobabs watch, and Amara, navigating struggles, feels a shift, scorn fading. Respect growing. As Kael's hidden strength, beyond his limp, weaves a bond Umoja's pity cannot break, setting a path where his secret talents will soon shine. The midday sun blazes over Umoja, its heat rippling across the village square where Amara weaves baskets. Her indigo headscarf bright, the carved bracelet, remember that wedding gift, clinking as she works, her respect for Kael growing like a seedling in her heart. Kael, nearby, sits by the river, his cane resting, his hands shaping a wooden antelope, its curves flawless despite his limp, a talent hidden by Umoja's pity. The river hums, a reminder of his words. We build slow now, anchoring their fragile unity, forged through shared tasks and Amara's fading resentment. The village, bustling with traders and griots, watches their bond, some still whispering scorn, but Kael's secret carving skill, unveiled to Amara, stirs her curiosity, softening her heart as she glimpses a strength Umoja cannot see. Amara, pausing, watches Kael, his knife steady, his carvings birds, stools. Now this antelope a quiet defiance of his weak legs. The bracelet, warm on her wrist, echoes the egret and spoon, each a piece of his soul. Her resentment once fierce as Taro's decree, now a shadow. "How do you do that?" she asks, her voice soft, her baskets idle, curiosity breaking through, like Lila's nudge about Kael's kindness. Kael smiles, his eyes deep, offering the antelope, its horns delicate. "Patience," he says, and seeing what's possible. His words, like the river's flow he spoke of, spark wonder, Amara's heart opening. The village's poor Amara taunts fading against his craft. The square hums women barter, children play, Lila's pottery glints nearby. A trader, eyeing Kael's antelope, buys it, cowries clinking, his praise loud. Better than warriors' spears, Amara. Surprised, feels pride, her baskets outsold. Kael's talent a light she shares. Lila, passing, whispers. His hands speak what his legs can't. Her potter's wisdom a callback to the riverbank, urging Amara deeper into Kael's world. Umoja's whispers shift, some traders nod, but others, like the weaver from yesterday, scoff. A cripple's tricks, their scorn a test, Amara's growing respect a shield, the bracelet a vow she begins to cherish. Back at the hut, Kael shows Amara his tools, knives, chisels, smoothed stones, his carvings lining the walls, a forest of stories. "My father taught me," he says, his voice low, revealing a loss like Amara's orphaned years, a bond she hadn't seen. She touches a carved star, its edges soft, her fingers tracing his skill. The antelope in her basket. Her heart stirred. "Why hide this?" she asks. Her headscarf loose, her curiosity raw. Like her wedding day defiance softened. Kael, cane aside, shrugs. Umoja sees my legs first. His honesty, like the spoon's gift, cracks her heart wider, her dreams of a warrior fading, his wisdom a strength she values. Evening brings shared work. Amara cooks yam stew. Kael carves a bowl, their rhythm smoother. Umoja's eyes less heavy. A child, the same who mocked Kael's cane, begs for a carving, and Kael crafts a bird, his laugh warm. Amara's smile reflex, her protectiveness born when she snapped at the child, now pride. The village, though, remains divided, Elder Taro, visiting, praises their hut, tradition holds, but the weaver, trading nearby, mutters, she's trapped, her scorn a thorn. Amara, serving stew, shares a glance with Kael, his eyes kind, the bracelet glinting, a mutual respect weaving their bond, like the river's patient flow. As night falls, Amara sits by the fire, the antelope beside her, Kael carving, his hands a dance, his limp forgotten in the lamplight. "Teach me," she says, her voice bold, her heart open, the stars' softness in her mind, her resentment a memory, like Taro's staff fading. Kael, surprised, offers a knife, guiding her hand, his touch steady, his wisdom a gift, like the wedding's water rite. The river hums, the baobabs watch, and Amara, her curiosity aflame, feels love's first spark. Kael's secret talent, a bridge over Umoja's scorn, setting a path where his gifts will soon face a crisis, proving his worth and deepening their bond beyond the village's pity. The dawn casts a gentle glow over Umoja, its river shimmering as Amara and Kael share breakfast outside their hut. The carved antelope remember that token of Kael's hidden talent resting on a mat, its curves a testament to his skill. Amara's indigo headscarf sways, the bracelet clinking. Her heart warmed by Kael's carving lessons, her resentment now a faint echo, replaced by respect forged through shared stew and his patient wisdom. Kael, his cane steady, polishes a new carving of fish, its scales intricate as limp, a shadow beside his steady hands. Umoja, bustling with market chatter and griot songs, watches their bond, but growing doubts fueled by whispers of Amara's wasted youth test her loyalty to Kael's unseen gifts. As the village's scorn challenges the unity blooming under the baobab's watchful shade. The square hums, traders barter yams, Lila's pottery sells briskly, children chase beads, Amara, weaving baskets, feels eyes some kind, like Lila's, others sharp, like the weaver's, who mutters she's bound to a cripple, wasting her strength. The words sting, echoing Taro's decree, but Amara, touching the bracelet, recalls Kael's star carving. Its softness a counter to Umoja's pity. Kael, trading a carved bowl nearby, earns cowries, his skill drawing nods. But a trader scoffs. Fine work, but he'll never hunt. Amara, overhearing, bristles, her loyalty flaring, like when she defended Kael from the mocking child, the antelope a symbol of his worth she now guards. Lila, buying a basket, senses Amara's tension, her potter's hands gentle. They don't see him, she says, her voice a callback to the riverbank, where she praised Kael's kindness. Amara nods. Her heart torn, Umoja's doubts claw at her. Yet Kael's lessons, his knife guiding her hand, anchor her. She watches Kael, his cane tapping, his fish carving glinting, his quiet endurance a strength she admires, like the river's flow he spoke of. They're wrong, she says, her voice firm, the bracelet a vow, her loyalty to Kael a flame against the village's whispers. Her dreams of a warrior, now a memory. Like the egret's first spark. Elder Taro, passing, his staff tapping, pauses, his eyes on the couple. You honor Umoja, he says, his tone approving, but adds, prove your bond lasts. His words, heavy with tradition, echo the wedding's water rite, a challenge Amara feels. Her respect for Kael, her shield, Kael, meeting Taro's gaze, nods, his carving knife steady, his wisdom unspoken but clear, a contrast to the weaver's scorn. The village, though, split some, like Lila, see their unity, others, led by the weaver. Whisper doubts. Amara deserves more. Their pity a test. Kael's hidden talent a light Amara holds. The fish carving a promise of his depth. Evening brings a village meeting. Drums calling, griots singing of harvests. Umoja's council gathering under the shade tree. Taro, leading, notes the couple's hut, their shared work, but the weaver, bold, speaks. Amara's youth fades with him, her voice sharp, cowries jingling, her doubt a spark of division. Amara, standing, defends Kael, her voice fierce, his hands build more than warriors' spears, her loyalty raw, the stars lessen in her heart, the bracelet glinting. Kael, beside her, offers the fish carving to Taro, his silence a strength, his gift a quiet rebuke. Umoja's murmurs softening. Lila's clap a lone cheer. The antelope's pride in Amara's mind. As night falls, Amara and Kael return to their hut, the fish displayed, their bond stronger. Umoja's doubts a fading echo. Amara, by the fire, tries carving, Kael guiding, his touch warm, his wisdom a river, like their wedding vow. They'll see, she says, her headscarf loose, her loyalty a vow, the weaver's words a thorn she cuts away. Kael, smiling, carves a moon, his eyes kind. We'll show them, his voice a promise, like the spoon's gift. The river hums, the baobabs watch, and Amara, her heart open, feels love's roots. Kael's talent a bridge over Umoja's scorn, setting a path where a crisis will soon test their bond, proving his gifts and her strength to a village poised to doubt. The twilight drapes Umoja in a soft purple veil. The river's hum a steady pulse as Amara and Kael mend nets by their hut. The carved fish remember that intricate gift to Taro glinting in the firelight, a symbol of Kael's talent now whispered in the square. Amara's indigo headscarf sways, the bracelet warm, her loyalty to Kael a flame kindled by his carving lessons and quiet wisdom. The weaver's scorn calling her youth wasted a fading sting. Kael, his cane aside, shapes a new carving a baobab. Its roots deep his limp, no barrier. His hands a strength Amara cherishes. Umoja, bustling with harvest preparations, faces a crisis when blight strikes the yams, forcing Kael's talents to shine. shifting Amara's view and challenging the village's doubts under the baobab's ancient gaze. The square, usually vibrant, grows tense. Traders report withered fields, yams rotting, Umoja's stores dwindling as the harvest nears. Elder Taro, his staff tapping, calls a council, his voice grim. We face hunger unless we act. Warriors, their spears idle, patrol the fields, but the blight spreads, cowries useless against nature's curse. Amara, weaving baskets, feels the village's fear, her heart steady. Kael's moon carving crafted last night in her mind, its glow a spark of hope. Kael, joining her, hears the news, his eyes deep, like the river he spoke of, his wisdom stirring. The fishes praise a quiet strength Umoja overlooks. A solution emerges: wooden traps, carved to protect crops, an old method griots sing of, but Umoja's carvers, aging, lack speed. Taro, desperate, seeks hands, and Lila, her potter's voice bold, points to Kael. His carvings rival ancestors, the weaver, scoffing, mutters, a cripple's work, but Amara, loyal, snaps. His hands outshine your words, her voice fierce, like defending Kael from the mocking child, the bracelet glinting, her faith in his talent born with the antelope a shield. Kael, humble, offers, I'll try, his cane tapping, his heart open, his skill a light against Umoja's doubt, the baobab carving a vow to help. Kael works tirelessly, his hut a workshop. Amara at his side, her baskets paused, her hands learning his knife's rhythm, their bond a dance, like sharing stew. He crafts traps intricate, sturdy, vines woven through his limp forgotten, his hands swift, the stars' lesson guiding Amara's cuts, traders watching, marvel, cowries piling, the weaver's scorn silenced, Lila's clap echoing her riverbank faith. You're saving us, Amara says, her headscarf loose, her view of Kael shifting, his wisdom no longer quiet but a beacon, like the egret's first spark, her love blooming, the village's pity a shadow, the fish's praise now loud. By dawn, the traps line the fields, warriors setting them, the blight slowing, yams spared. Taro, inspecting, grips Kael's shoulder. You've honored Umoja, his staff still, his decree's weight lifted, the baobab carving in his hand, a gift Kael made. The square buzzes griots sing of Kael's hands, children mimic his traps. Amara's baskets now paired with his carvings, their unity a market draw. The weaver, humbled, buys a trap, her cowries silent, her doubt a memory, like Amara's warrior dreams. Lila, serving stew, whispers. He's your strength, her words a callback to the wedding, Amara's heart full, Kael's talent a tide turning Umoja's scorn to awe. As noon blazes, Kael and Amara rest by the river, his cane aside, her hand on his, the bracelet warm, their bond unshaken by crisis. You saw what I could do, Kael says, his voice soft, like the spoon's gift, his eyes river deep, a wisdom Amara now cherishes. She nods, the baobab carving beside her love clear. I see you. Her voice a vow, like the water right, her heart free of resentment. Umoja's doubts drowned. The river hums, the baobabs watch, and Amara, her view transformed, embraces Kael's strength, his talent a light that saved the harvest, setting a path where their love will bloom, proving their bond to a village ready to celebrate their triumph. The evening sun dips low over Umoja, casting a warm glow across the fields where Kael's carved traps remember those intricate designs that save the yams stand guard, their vines glinting, a testament to his talent that silenced the weaver's scorn. Amara, her indigo headscarf loose, tends a fire outside their hut. The carved baobab beside her, its roots a symbol of Kael's strength, now woven into her heart. Kael, his cane resting, polishes a new carving a sun. Its rays delicate his limp, a faint shadow. His wisdom a flame, Amara cherishes. Her resentment gone, replaced by love, blooming like the harvest spared by his hands. Umoja, its square alive with griot songs and cowrie trades, watches their bond, their unity defying past doubts. As Amara fully embraces Kael's heart, her love a quiet triumph over the village's pity and her own early defiance. Amara, stirring yam stew, glances at Kael, his hand steady, the sun carving a gift, like the egret that first stirred her curiosity. "You changed everything," she says, her voice soft, the bracelet clinking, her love clear, the memory of his harvest traps a spark, like the star's lesson in patience. Kael smiles, his eyes river deep. "We did," his words a vow, echoing his wedding promise time and truth now fulfilled. The river hums, a melody of their shared nights, carving together, her hand guided by his. The antelope's pride a root of this moment, her heart open. Umoja's poor Amara whispers a distant echo, drowned by their bond. The village, preparing a harvest feast, buzzes, drums, pulse. Women weave garlands, Lila's pottery adorns tables. Traders, once doubtful, buy Kael's carvings, cowries piling, griots singing of the cripple who saved Umoja, their tune shifting, like Amara's view after the crisis. Lila, serving water, joins them, her potter's hands warm. "You're Umoja's heart," she says, her riverbank faith praising Kael's kindness now a chorus, the fish carving's praise in her eyes. Amara, nodding, feels Kael's hand, his scars a map of strength, her love a tide, the weaver's scorn a memory, like Taro's decree fading, their hut a sanctuary of unity. Elder Taro, his staff tapping, visits, his eyes kind. "You've proven more than tradition," he says, holding the baobab carving, its roots Kael's gift, the council's debt repaid by love, not duty. Amara, proud, shares stew, her loyalty fierce, like defending Kael at the council meeting, the bracelet a vow she cherishes. Kael, offering Taro the sun carving, speaks. We build for Umoja, his wisdom a river, like the water right, his limp no barrier, Amara's love his strength. The village, gathered, nods, some like the weaver silent, their doubts buried. Lila's clap a spark, griots weaving their love into songs, a tale of defiance turned to devotion. Night falls. The feast alive fires crackle, drums thump, children dance. Umoja celebrating the spared harvest and the couple's bond. Amara, in a new gown, dances with Kael, his cane a rhythm, his laugh warm, her heart full, the moon carvings glow in her mind, their love a light against past resentment, like the spoon's quiet gift. Traders toast, to Kael's hands their pity gone, cowries shared, the weaver joining, her scorn humbled, like Amara's warrior dreams. Lila, twirling nearby, whispers. You chose him, her words a callback to the wedding, Amara's smile a vow, her love for Kael a flame Umoja now sees. In their hut, Amara and Kael sit by the fire, the sun carving between them, their hands entwined, the river's hum a lullaby. "I was wrong," Amara says, her headscarf off, her heart bare. The egrets spark now afire, her love defying Taro's decree. Umoja's doubts, her own defiance. Kael, his cane aside, touches her face. "We found us," his voice soft like the fish's offering, his wisdom her home. The baobabs watch, the river sings, and Amara, her love blooming, knows Kael's heart beyond his limp. His carvings is her strength, setting a path where their triumph will reshape Umoja, proving love's power over prejudice. A legacy griots will sing. The morning sun bathes Umoja in a golden haze, its river glinting as Amara and Kael weave nets by their hut. The carved sun remember that radiant gift from their harvest feast glowing on a shelf, a symbol of their love, now a beacon for the village. Amara's indigo headscarf dances, the bracelet warm, her heart entwined with Kael's, his wisdom and carving talent proven in the yam crisis, a flame that burned away her resentment and Umoja's pity. Kael, his cane steady, crafts anew carving a child, its smile soft, his limp a faint note beside his steady hands. His strength, Amara's pride. Umoja, its square bustling with traders and griot songs, embraces their bond. The couple's unity transforming the village, proving Kael's worth and Amara's strength against the fading whispers of prejudice, as their love reshapes traditions under the baobab's ancient shade. The square hums, women pound millet. Lila's pottery shines. Children mimic Kael's carvings, their laughter a chorus of change. Amara, selling baskets, feels Umoja's warmth traders praise her weaves, pairing them with Kael's carvings. Cowries piling, the weaver's scorn once sharp as Taro's decree now silent. Her stall stalking Kael's work. "You've lifted us," a trader says, his nod a shift. Like the fish carving's praise, Amara's loyalty to Kael a tide, the antelope's pride her root. Kael, trading a carved bird, draws crowds. His limp unnoticed, his talent a light. Griots singing of the man who saved yams and won Amara's heart, their tale a new tradition. Leela, buying a basket, beams, her potter's hands warm. "You've changed Umoja," her words a callback to her riverbank faith. The bracelets vow in Amara's heart. Amara smiles, her love for Kael clear. The sun carvings glow a spark, like the egret's first wonder. Her strength no longer defiance but unity. Kael, joining her, offers a carved bead, his eyes river deep. "For you," his voice soft, like the spoon's gift, his wisdom a home. The village, once split, unites elders, led by Taro, plan a carving school. Kael's talent its heart, Amara's weaves its frame, their bond a model. The weaver's doubt a memory, like Amara's warrior dreams. Elder Taro, his staff carved with Kael's son, gathers the council, his voice proud. They've honored Umoja's soul, his eyes on the couple, the baobab carving's roots, his guide, tradition bending to love. Amara, speaking, vows to teach weaving, her strength a gift, like Kael's traps, her love a bridge, the stars lessen her fire. Kael, humble, offers to train carvers, his cane a rhythm, his talent a legacy, the child carving a promise of future. The council nods, cowries pledged, griots strumming, Lila's clap echoing, Umoja's prejudice fading, the fish's praise now a chorus, their unity a tide over Taro's old decree. Evening brings a village rite, drums thumping, fires blazing, Umoja honoring the couple's triumph. Amara, in a woven gown, stands with Kael, his cane adorned with beads, their hands entwined, the sun carving aloft, their love aflame, like the harvest's salvation. Taro, blessing them, pours water, echoing the wedding rite. You've built beyond us, his staff high, prejudice gone, the baobab's strength theirs. Traders cheer, the weaver joins, her cowries offered, her scorn humbled, like Amara's resentment. The child carving a spark of tomorrow, griots sing, from pity to pride, basarian, they rise. Their bond Umoja's heart, the rivers hum a hymn. As night deepens, Amara and Kael sit by the river, the child carving between them. Their love a vow, the bracelet warm, the egret spark now a fire. We proved them, Amara says, her headscarf off, her strength, Kael's, the moon's glow in her heart, Umoja's doubts drowned. Kael, his cane aside, nods. We're enough. His voice a promise, like the fish's gift, his wisdom her home. The baobabs watch, the river sings, and Amara, her strength proven, knows their love beyond Kael's limp. Her defiance has transformed Umoja, setting a legacy griots will sing, a triumph over prejudice, a beacon for generations under the valley's stars. The dawn spills soft light over Umoja, its river shimmering like a thread of silver as Amara and Kael tend their garden. The carved child remember that tender promise of their triumph resting on a stone, its smile a symbol of their love, now woven into the village's heart. Amara's indigo headscarf sways, the bracelet glinting, her strength and Kael's wisdom proven in the yam crisis and Umoja's right aflame that burned away prejudice, their unity a legacy. Kael, his cane tapping, plants yam seeds, his limp a quiet note beside his steady hands, his carvings a village treasure. Umoja, its square alive with new stalls and griot songs, thrives under their influence, their love a beacon for generations, reshaping traditions as Amara and Kael build a future under the baobab's eternal shade. The square bustles, Lila's pottery glints, children carve with Kael's tools, women weave Amara's patterns, their cowries piling, the weavers scorn a distant memory, like Taro's decree. Amara, teaching a girl to weave, feels Umoja's pride, her baskets paired with Kael's carvings, the sun carvings glow, honored at the right a spark, like the egret's first wonder. Kael, guiding a boy's knife, smiles, his eyes river deep, his talent a school, his wisdom a gift, like the fish that swayed Taro. Griots sing, from forced vows to love, they lead, their bond Umoja's soul, traders toasting. To Kael and Amara, their pity gone, the child carving a vow of tomorrow. Elder Taro, his staff sun-carved, visits their garden, his voice warm. You've reshaped Umoja. The baobab carving's roots his pride. Tradition now love's ally. Amara, offering yams, speaks. We build for all, her strength a tide, like the trap's salvation. Her love, Kael's heart, Kael, gifting Taro a carved river. Nods, for our children, his cane a rhythm, his talent a legacy, the stars lessen their guide. The village, united, grows a healer's hut, a weaving hall, all shared, cowries flowing, Lila's clap a chorus, the weaver's stall bright, prejudice a shadow, the antelope's pride their root. A festival marks the new season, drums pulsing, fires blazing. Umoja celebrating its reborn heart. Amara, in a woven gown, dances with Kael, his cane adorned, their hands entwined, the child carving aloft, their love aflame, like the harvest's triumph. Taro, raising his staff, blesses them. You've taught us strength. The water rights echo a vow, the baobabs shade theirs. Traders share cowries. The weaver weaves their patterns, her scorn humbled, like Amara's defiance. The moons glow their spark. Griots sing, from pity to legacy. They shine, their love a beacon. The rivers hum a hymn. Umoja's future bright under their light. Evening finds Amara and Kael by the river, the child carving between them, their love a vow, the bracelet warm. The egrets spark a fire. We've built a home, Amara says, her headscarf off, her strength Kael's, the fish's gift in her heart. Umoja's doubts drowned. Kael, his cane aside, nods, for always, his voice soft, like the spoon's offering. His wisdom her forever. The baobabs watch, the river sings, and Amara, her strength eternal, knows their love beyond Kael's limp. Her defiance has reshaped Umoja. A legacy griots will sing, a beacon for generations under stars that saw their triumph. Now, dear listener, let Umoja's tale drift like a river's gentle current, its ripples fading into a starlit night. See the village at peace, huts glowing, children dreaming of Amara and Kael's love, their carvings and weaves a legacy of light. The river hums, soft and sure, carrying their story a bond forged through doubt, crisis, and triumph. Now a lullaby for hearts at rest. You've walked their path, felt their fire, seen their dawn. So let it settle, a warm ember in your soul. Sleep gently, under a sky that cradles their forever, whispering of love's quiet power.